Workshop topics are Tumbler Polisher Part 3, polishing various parts to see how long the process takes. To start with, I can say with all certainty it's not going to be quick. This tumbler has an auto reverse facility that I don't really need to use. I'm only using the auto reverse to put some pressure on the belt because I do not think this belt is up to the job. Time will tell, and it's doing okay for the moment. But I'm using very light metal parts to be polished. When I put heavier parts in, it may be a different story. It's very convenient having this unit on the kitchen table. It can't stay here, I need to use it for other things. The kitchen table, that is. I have two types of media to do the polishing. Both of them are slightly different, both from the same company. And I think the first one is some sort of processed corn cob stuff. The sandy coloured one I do believe to be ground up walnut shells, and both of them have some sort of an additive that helps the polishing process. While the parts were tumbling, I went away and did something else, and I came back in about an hour. I had a quick look, but the parts weren't ready, they weren't fully polished. The more I watched the polishing process, the more I realised this stuff was quite gentle. It didn't feel very gentle when I walked on some on the kitchen floor when I was in my stocking feet, but I'll try not to do that frequently. Just under 2 hours into the polishing, and it's time to have another look. If I can find the parts, they're in there somewhere. This is the blast pipe that I made for the simplex. And it's looking a lot better now. It's kind of polished. Not like it would be on a polishing spindle, but it looks better, almost more professional. There is one thing I overlooked, and that was to degrease the parts before you put them in the tumbler. This was a really old safety valve which was so tarnished it was black. It's not brilliantly shiny now, but at least you can see it's made from brass. Here's an exhaust pipe off my twin Victoria steam engine. And this is a steam whistle and the hand pump from my Lion locomotive. All of these parts look much better for having a couple of hours in the tumbler. I think maybe I'll give them a bit longer. For jobs like this, I don't think I need to use the auto reverse at all, because it stops for quite a while in between the cycles. But I'm tentatively testing what is a very cheap Chinese machine, and I didn't want to burn out the motor by making it run continuously. Probably using the timer and setting it to 1 hour would be good. After the 1 hour period, I could let the motor cool. The motor shaft and the case itself are not getting warm, so that's a good thing. After this second tumbling session, the parts are looking much better. Once again, here's a simplex blast pipe, and I think that's polished enough for the purpose. I'm going to line up some of the polished parts around the top so you can judge for yourself. The next part out of the drum is the Stewart pressure gauge siphon, and this is looking very nice. Next to it now is one of the twin Victoria's exhaust pipes, closely followed by the other one. The next item out of the drum is one of a pair of blowdown valves from the simplex locomotive. The paint on these was really baked on as they fit in the bottom part of the boiler, and as you can see there's still some paint remaining. This Tumbler Polisher is not a sandblaster, it's not really designed to remove paint. But for the experiment I did put these parts back into the polisher for another couple of hours. Along with these hydrostatic lubricator parts. These parts are fitted with glass tubing. But don't forget, this is not sandblasting or shot blasting, and ground up walnut shells in a clear plastic tumbler I don't think are going to affect the glass at all. The plastic tumbler drum is still quite transparent, so I think the glass should be okay. After locking the door in position, it was tumbling again. I'm using this on the slowest speed. This is speed number 1. If the drum goes too fast, then the parts appear stationary as they're held against the side by centrifugal force. In this clip you can see that the parts are falling about inside the drum, allowing the media to do its stuff. Here is a problem that I was already aware of. My good friend Chris Lockwood at 21st Century Steam uses this same media in his polishing machine. I was quite amazed though to see how much of the media had got inside the unit through the small holes in the bottom and the side. I tried poking it out with a piece of wire, but in this case I cannot get it out from inside the glass tubing. I even tried banging it on the table. The blowdown valves were also full of the stuff, but this was quite easy to get rid of with a piece of wire. I'm going to spend a couple of hours with some brass hexagon making different thread size caps to fit onto things before I put them into the tumbler. All of the piping parts were also full of the media, but once again this was very easy to remove with a piece of wire. I'm very impressed with the quality of the polish. It's much better than it would be had I done it on my polishing spindle. The polishing spindle tends to round corners, but not so with the Tumbler Polisher. The brass and gunmetal ends are still very well defined. And the same applies to the blast pipe. There's no rounding of the hexagon at all. I was especially pleased with this Stuart model siphon. The copper and brass parts look very good indeed. The polisher removed most of the paint from the blowdown valves, to say the paint was so baked on. I tried originally removing the paint using cellulose thinners, but it didn't. Even the badly tarnished safety valves came out alright. These are 6 drain cocks that I'm going to use and fit to the triple expansion engine. One of them had been polished previously. I found that one in my box of cylinder drain cocks. These will all be going in the tumbler very shortly, along with all the triple expansion engine's valve gear. Before doing that though, I'm degreasing the parts. After so many viewers suggesting it, I've finally bought a proper machine to clean parts. It's an ultrasonic cleaner and it has a capacity of just under 15 litres. I'll be making the unboxing and testing video for that very shortly. Because I'm conscious that I don't want to damage the valve gear, I'm going to clean the components one at a time. By one at a time, I mean just the heavy parts. The drop arms and linkages can go in at the same time. Now there's a bit more weight in there, you can hear the difference in the tone of the motor. To be honest, that's the main reason I didn't put them all in there in one go. I thought I'd give the machine a chance. After the third polishing session, for the third piece of valve gear, the belt was starting to melt. I'll show that in the next video and also show what I did about it. That is it for this one. Stay healthy, thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.